Today I'm going to be reacting to the best collabs in SML.
SML has done a good amount of collabs throughout its history with
He's done a collab with Nate P. Fleming.
other YouTubers and
He just reacts.
creators, along with some scrapped or canceled collabs that you may not know about. And today, we're gonna be going over all of them, starting off with the most recent and probably the new most popular collab that SML has done, which of course was IShowSpeed x SML. Now this collab was filled with content. The collab would begin with SML movie Jeffy's IShowSpeed talent show, where Will and the SML crew would attempt to join Speed's talent show for a video, and they would actually do it.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a crazy thing. We're going to try to join iShowSpeed's live stream for a talent show with Jeffy where he lights cereal on fire. Will, you want to give him a breakdown as to what actually is happening? Because I just walked into it.
Yeah, you're good. We found a lighter. So basically, we're going to join this live stream here. It's a big talent show, and we're going to win it. Right now, there's apparently 70,000 people watching.
Now, while Jeffy unfortunately didn't win the talent show, it would still be a massive success for both Speed and SML, as SML would be able to make a whole video out of it, along with Speed's stream being massively viewed and loved by the fans. The fact that the real SML was at Speed's talent show is wild to me. Never in my entire life would I expect to see SML in an iShowSpeed stream. Now, due to this stream's massive success, we would see the same day that SML's talent manager, Craxy, would reach out to Speed, and the very next day, they would make the impossible happen. On the 25th of February 2026, we would see Speed do an IRL stream with Jeffy and the rest of the SML crew, and let's just say that this stream was a banger. We would see Speed and Jeffy do multiple segments, such as going on Omegle, going to Chuck E. Cheese, and wandering around Florida. But not only would we see Jeffy appear, but we would also see Junior, Cody, Joseph, Marvin, and Brooklyn Guy and Chef Pee-Pee show up in this stream. So yeah, this stream made for some banger clips.
How old are you?
Me, I'm 18.
Okay. Ooh, legal. High five. Yo,
Now, while this stream was a huge success, this wouldn't be all we would see from this collab, as one day later, we would see SML movie Jeffy leaks iShowSpeed's address, where we would see Speed himself make a brief appearance in the video. And along with this SML video, we would see 4 behind-the-scenes videos from Lance, and many videos from the Speed Clip channels. So yeah, this collab was clearly a huge success, and it also opened the door for possibilities of SML collaborating with other huge streamers and YouTubers in the future. But the celebrity cameos from SML aren't over yet, as 6 years prior to the collab, we would actually see SML collab with Jason Derulo. Now,
Honestly, I thought those were the only 2 collabs they've ever done, but apparently
this
there's
collab
others.
surprisingly happened kind of late, as
There's reactions. I know Prince Charming's done a reaction with Anthony before, so that's probably in here somewhere. He made a video about him. I forgot what the video was, but him and Anthony were doing a
Logan
reaction
and
together.
Jason have
And I saw Nate P. Fleming. I don't remember him. I don't really watch his SML content. I don't even watch him really anymore. I'm subscribed to him, but I don't really watch him. I'm only mainly watch his Darman reactions. I don't really watch his SML stuff because I don't want to watch his videos 3 times. By his videos, I mean SML's videos. Because I watched them one for my own reaction, I watched Prince Charming's reaction, and then I watched Lance's behind the scenes. So actually 4 times if I do Nate's reactions. So I just don't watch them.
been friends for a long time,
4 times.
and we know this as Logan would propose to Chili during one of his concerts, and has had several pictures with him in the past. But anyways, going back to the collab, we would see Jason and Logan film SML movie Chef Pee-Pee Goes to Hollywood, where we see Chef Pee-Pee get tired of Bowser's crap, so he decides to run away to Hollywood to become Jason's chef. After Brooklyn Guy tells
Bro, wait, this is 3 different videos where he has this mic audio bug out. Like, bro, fix your mic,
Jason
man.
wants to hire him.
Oh my God, I'm at Jason Derulo's house. Oh, let me knock.
Jason Derulo.
Hey, Chef PP!
Oh, Jason Derulo!
What's up, man?
I'm so happy to meet you, Jason.
I'm happy to meet you too, man. Chill.
Okay.
Yeah, you a little loud, the neighbors.
However, unfortunately, this position would be short-lived, as Chef Pee-Pee would get fired by Jason to no one's surprise. But nevertheless, this collab Jason did with Chef Pee-Pee was actually really cool, and this collab was the first one to ever feature an actual celebrity, which was super cool to see. And fun fact, this SML video was actually inspired by the scrapped SML video Chef Pee-Pee Goes to New York, which followed a similar plot, except that it didn't feature Jason Derulo. But going back to the collab, we would also see Lance drop behind the scenes showing the filming process, along with Jason filming a TikTok for his page with Chef Pee-Pee in it.
I wanted to get the biggest chef in the world. Couldn't get the biggest chef, so I got the biggest chef puppet. Chef PP, everybody. What's up, everybody? Yes, sir. So he about to... What are you cooking for us today?
Oh, candy soup.
Candy soup.
Wait, it's him from Super Mario Logan! SML really going big now. Overall, this collab was awesome. However, you might be wondering, have you ever seen SML collab with another puppet YouTuber? And the answer is yes, we
Shark
actually
Puppet.
have.
I forgot about that one. Shark Puppet. How did I
As a
forget
year
that?
prior to Jason's collab, we would see SML collab with the Shark Puppet. In SML movie,
Him just mentioning that made me remember. They did a
Jeffy's pet
yeah,
shark.
a video with
Now,
Shark
the
Puppet.
Shark Puppet was really popular at the time, and this was the first ever collab we saw in an SML video. In the video, we see Jeffy banging on a triangle, and tells Mario that every time it dings, it means he just pooped his pants. Then he keeps doing it non-stop until Brooklyn Guy shows up and convinces Mario to go fishing, even though Jeffy has to come along. Out on the boat, they're warned not to catch a shark, but of course, Jeffy immediately reels one in, freaks out with it, and secretly hides it in a cooler instead of throwing it back.
Fine, Daddy. I guess I'm just gonna, throw him off the boat that way.
Okay, just do it. Just hurry up and do it.
All right, come on, Mr. Sharky.
All right, Mr. Sharky. I'm going to take you home. So stay right here and don't make any sound. Mr. Sharky, don't make any sound. Stay right here. Okay.
Back home, Jeffy sneaks the shark into the bathtub, tries feeding it random stuff, until it finally wants mac and cheese, and even snaps a pic that ends up getting Brooklyn Guy involved again as a cop. They return the shark to the ocean, but it instantly gets eaten by a bigger shark, leaving Jeffy crying while Mario and Brooklyn Guy want to go home after the whole chaotic mess. Now, this collab was awesome, and we would even see Chili do a behind the scenes on her channel, and quite frankly, no one ever expected this collab to happen at the time, but thankfully it did, and fans loved it. A crossover video done right. SML and Shark Puppet crossover. Awesome. However, let's move on to another pretty recent
Starman. How am I forgetting all? Is it really a collab? Logan had nothing to do with it. Like, Logan didn't have anything to do with this Starman collab. That's not Logan.
SML collab, but this one is different. The collab in question is the SML x Darman collab, which we would see uploaded on the Darman channel on the 7th of December 2024.
Again with
Now,
this
the reason
fucking
why I
audio,
said
man.
this collab was quote-unquote different is because we wouldn't see Logan himself or any of the actual SML characters show up.
It's just Darman's parody of Logan's story.
This video was inspired off of Logan's rough life and retold all of the events that went down during Logan's childhood.
So it's not really a collab then.
Notable examples are the Jamarcus Mitchell death, Logan being hit by a baseball bat, and Logan having to use a feeding tube. But while this video and the overall concept was really cool, Darman would get some facts wrong. One example being that Darman showed Logan trying to slit his wrists, when this never actually happened. Or at least we don't think it did. And Lance would even point that out.
So it's not we don't think it did, it's for sure it did it.
What? No, I don't remember any of that.
I'm sorry. I just can't do it anymore. I just can't. Every day there's just some new pain that comes after me. First, it was the fractured skull.
That is not, no.
Wow.
He did not say that.
They should.
That I can take to my grave. He did not say that.
But besides a few small errors in the video, this collab was overall awesome to see, and fans were definitely shocked to see this. We're getting Logan's life story in Darman before GTA 6. Now, before we move on, what if I told you that SML appeared in Darman before the collab? Yes,
Really?
you heard me correctly.
How?
SML indirectly appeared in the Darman
Oh yeah, with the backpack. I forgot about that.
collab, and this was in the form of SML merch. Basically, we would see a specific voice actor wear a Jeffy backpack in a few of the Darman episodes, which was definitely a cool Easter egg to see. But now that we got the bigger collabs out of the way, let's talk about a smaller, but still really cool collab, which was actually the Here's Jeffy x SML collab. Now, we would see this
How am I forgetting all these? So now he's mentioning them, I'm remembering them.
the form of a YouTube short, where the actual Jeffy and Here's Jeffy meet. And this right here would be the first time we would ever see an SML parody channel and the actual channel collide universes.
Not this shit again. Oh no. Oh no, you're the fake Jeffy. You're the imposter. Hell no, you're the fake Jeffy. No, we already had this conversation before on TikTok.
No,
you're the
no,
imposter.
no.
However, this collab gets bad real quick, as a few years after this collab happened, Logan would actually send a cease and desist letter to Here's Jeffy due to SML starting the gaming channel, and Here's Jeffy was profiting off of the gaming videos with the SML characters. Definitely pretty hypocritical from Logan's end.
And that was the first time Speeds ever had an appearance with SML. It wasn't even the real one.
To say the least.
And then he met the real
But
one
now,
years
let's
later.
dive into a big
is
collab
crazy.
that involved massive controversy. And this collab was the Dusk x SML and the
Who?
Crew collab.
Who's
Now,
Dusk?
this collab consisted of a
even
YouTuber
know
named Dusk traveling to Pensacola
idea who
during
he
the
is.
peak 2020 SML drama and attempting to get interviews from the people interviewed with the SML drama. And he actually did, and would end up getting interviews from an old friend of Logan's, Chili, Tito, and her parents, Mark Fowler, and of course, Logan
Old
himself.
friends. That's his wife, his girlfriend. They're actually not even dating, apparently. He's actually dating Rebecca. Whatever her name is. Rebecca DeLuga? Forget what her name is. But he's actually not even dating Chili. They're apparently just co-parenting Lily. He doesn't even live in that house. He just shows up because he had to see his
Now,
daughter.
most of these interviews were pretty good to say the least. Well,
So in
except
those vlogs, he's just visiting. He doesn't even live there.
for one. The interview that would sort of go bad is actually the Logan interview. And the reason for this is that Logan didn't really want to be interviewed by Dusk. During the series, we would
Then why
initially
would you let him come over? What?
Dusk pull up to Logan's house. However, he wouldn't be able to do the interview that day because they were filming.
I think what, next days?
Yeah.
Okay, we have to finish up a video real quick.
Okay.
And then I'll be back in about 2 hours if you want to come back in 2 hours.
Okay, yeah, that works.
In 2 hours I can sit down and talk.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Sounds
yes,
good.
Sure.
Yes.
And
So
2
he's-
hours later, Dusk would show up, but Logan didn't answer. And it would actually turn out that Logan was attempting to avoid the interview, as he would end up being home when Dusk showed up again. And in addition to this, Logan would go as far as to tell the whole crew to not engage with Dusk.
After the trip, I learned that Logan was actually telling all of his crew not to talk to me.
And Dusk would start to notice then, when a visible mood change was in action the second time that he would see Logan and the crew, which was at Chuck E. Cheese.
I will tell you, there was definitely a mood change in how Lance was acting, how Lavelle was acting. Like, Lavelle was like really, really friendly like that first time I was at his house. And then that second time around, he was like, oh, this kid. It was like kind of like that attitude.
However, while all of this went down, Dusk would still get the interview with Logan. However, the vibes were clearly off. So yeah, this collab is probably one of the most controversial ones in the video, especially due to the fact that fans sided with Logan and found Dusk to be a weirdo. Bro is mad because he can't be involved in private business. This kid is so nosy. Like, that was none of Dusk's business. And he really just snooped around. That's weird as hell. Well, those were all of the main /
Not
popular
really.
collabs
He just wanted information.
the SML was done.
Obviously, as much information as Logan's willing to give out.
But we aren't done yet, as I've decided that we should also cover
Like he
some
doesn't want to leak
bonus and
future
less
videos.
popular collabs, and
Okay,
even
so
some
yeah.
scrapped collabs that SML never got to do. Let's start off with the reactor collabs. Now, these collabs aren't really as popular within the SML community, so they aren't really being talked about much. But anyways, let's start with the first reactor collab, which was Nate P. Fleming, Quaymax, and SML. Now, we would actually see Nate x SML collabs multiple times, with the first one being when Nate went to Pensacola with fellow reactor Quaymax. But the best part of the collab, of course, would be when Nate and Quay meet Logan, which was overall a pretty cool interaction.
Hey, I've been looking for this guy Logan. I think this guy.
Oh, you're the reactor. I saw. Yeah. I've seen your video reactions.
Hey, nice to meet you, bro.
I've seen your video reactions. Hey, nice to meet you.
But this wasn't the only time that Nate would collab with SML, as we would see Nate collab with Anthony and Poopy around 2 years later when he would yet again visit Pensacola, and we would see Nate film 2 reactions with Anthony, one featuring Nate and Grimace, and one featuring Anthony and Poopy.
What's going on, everybody? We have
Nate P. Fleming.
and he's here to help us do a reaction.
Now, these two collabs were
That
cool,
hair is
but
crazy.
we aren't even done
Look at
yet,
bro's
as
hair.
Nate would essentially collab with the entire SML crew for a third time, as both him and another popular reactor named Prince Charming would get invited to Anthony's wedding, with his girlfriend at the time.
Is that really a collab, though? They were probably just acknowledged because they're part of the SML community, and that's why they were invited. It's not really a
And
collab.
Rebecca Miller. And we would see Nate yet again meet Logan, and even meet other crew members for the first time, such as Lavelle and Lance.
How's it going, man?
How's it going? What are you doing?
Recorded vlog. You want to say hi to the vlog?
Hey, how's it going?
And then Prince Charming.
How you doing, man? Good.
Do you know who he is?
Yes.
Clearly, it's really cool that Nate, as a reactor, had this many opportunities to collab with SML and the crew. And it's honestly shocking that he's the one who's collabed with SML the most out of anyone, which is honestly insane. But now that we're on the topic of reactors, let's talk about Prince Charming, as he's also collabed with SML and other crew members, starting off with Anthony's wedding, which he attended alongside Nate. However, Prince Charming also hung out with Anthony and Poopy in the past, just like Nate, and we would see this during an Anthony reaction on SML movie Goodman's Wife, where we would see Nate walk in mid-video, confirming that he was hanging
Nate? You mean Prince?
out with Anthony and Poopy.
Come in.
He's doing a good job.
Hello.
Hi.
Jack, that's Prince Charming. You can't see his face because the camera's lower than him. There he is.
There he is.
There he is.
No, not nice to the cans, nice to the massage.
In addition to this,
Didn't
Prince
he
would
also watch it on his own time, though? Like, he watched it 2 times. He watched it on his own channel as
to
well.
have a Discord call with Anthony at one point, and react to SML movie Jeffy's hot dog eating contest, which was also cool to see. It's crazy how Prince is reacting with Anthony, and Prince has been reacting to SML for years. Never thought this day would come.
Bro's
but-
probably watched every single SML video to ever be released.
If you thought we were finished with reactors, we aren't just yet, as we would see one of the most controversial faces in the SML community collab with Logan at one point, and that person is of course WH Dude. Now, as we all know, Dub and Logan have had their ups and downs with each other, but before they both started hating each other, we would actually see Dub collab a couple times with Logan in the earlier days of SML. He would do this by actually being able to interview Logan a few times on his stream, which was definitely a cool opportunity for Dub, to say the least. And in the streams, we would see Logan also give some insider information about SML. So I suggest you all watch it.
He's also the guy that makes the SML re-upload channel. So, like, if any SML video gets taken down, he's the one that is posting them on the SML re-upload channel. Other than that, he's not a very good guy. Apparently, he's a predator.
One day, especially if you're a dedicated
I don't know if I made a reaction to it, but SML Universe made a video about SML Predators. I think I watched it,
SML
but I
fan.
don't know if I did it as a reaction or just watching it on my own time. I think I just watched it on my own time.
again, when Logan would actually talk to Dub. We've learned a lot from Logan about his childhood and his channel, but we aren't done yet with the interview-related collabs, as a year prior to the WH Dude interviews with Logan, we would see a YouTuber by the name of Daxter5150 interview Logan back in May of 2014.
Person, introduce yourself.
I'm Super Mario Logan, and that's my introduction.
And similarly to Dub's interview, this one would also give some insight on SML and Logan's personal life. And honestly, I really wish that Logan would do an interview in the modern SML days, as there is now way too much lore in both SML and Logan's personal life. However, now that we got all of the actual SML collabs out of the way, let's talk about the SML collabs that were scrapped or cancelled, with the first one being the SML x Smash Mouth collab. Now, while this may sound crazy, this collab was actually supposed to happen back in 2015, when Logan would attend a Smash Mouth concert, and the plan was to film SML movie Bowser Jr. meets Smash Mouth, since Jr. has always loved Smash Mouth, and this video would have fully solidified the lore of Jr. loving Smash Mouth. Now you may be wondering why this super cool collab was scrapped, and the answer to that is actually pretty simple. This collab was scrapped due to Logan having to pay a really expensive license to have the Smash Mouth songs in the video, and unfortunately, Logan wasn't able to do that at the time. So sadly, this video is lost media, and all we really have from the video is a 15-second clip of Junior singing to Smash Mouth. And what makes the whole situation...
There's something I want to mention about that song. So, as you guys know, that song's used in Shrek. Now, one of my teachers, he doesn't hate the characters themselves. I think he said before it's the voices. One of my teachers, he doesn't like the Shrek voices. So, the school, we always joke about it. And in grade 9, we had this assignment where we had to make a music video. We didn't even make a song. We just used a actual song. And we filmed the teachers doing a dance. And for his part, we had him wearing headphones and like dancing, like he's enjoying the song. And then we had like him, I think it was a thumbs up, and he was like, I love this song. And then when he saw it, he's like, I do not love that song. When he actually watched the video, realizing what the song was. It was funny.
Even worse is that nowadays, Logan can most likely pay for the license, but would not be legally allowed to release it due to the BS with Nintendo. So yeah, it's safe to say that this video is staying in the SML vault forever. SML and Smash Mouth, the crossover...
Unless they how would they do that? Could they just edit Junior? Nah, that would look dumb.
I never...
I was gonna say, could they just like outline Junior and from like in front of the green screen? That would look dumb.
Too bad it never did happen. However, another scrapped SML collab that would have heavily ruined
EDP 445,
none other than the whole EDP 445 and SML situation. Now, this situation is more than just a collab. If you didn't already know, EDP was supposed to actually start working with SML back in 2017, and he and Logan became good friends at the time, with Logan even taking EDP to the Super Bowl, which is not somebody you want to be taken to the Super Bowl.
And so kind enough to fly me and my Felipe to the Super Bowl. He paid for all that shit.
However, after the whole Super Bowl thing happened, Logan would offer EDP a position to voice act on SML, since at the time, EDP was struggling financially, and even had a GoFundMe. So Logan promised him a voice acting spot on the crew, and even had a contract and everything ready.
I want to sign you to a 6-month contract in which you will be doing voice acting for my puppets on my channel. You know, he always fed me this. Oh my God, bro, you have the audience, you have the voice, you have the personality, you know, let's team up. I want to sign you to a 6-month contract, $5,000 a month.
However, Logan would never make this happen and straight up ghosted EDP, which led him to make a rant. However, I think we can all agree that Logan not hiring EDP was a good thing, because in modern times, EDP has gotten himself into many problems that would have easily ruined Logan's reputation. And funny enough, Logan would even mock EDP in SML videos a few years later.
Yeah, arrest him for talking to kids online.
No, don't arrest my friend! What are you doing here, bub?
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
Oh yeah? Likely story. You're coming with me.
So yeah, thankfully this collab was cancelled, as if it went through, Logan would have had a way harder time a few years later. But overall, all of these collabs SML has done were
Damn. Anyway, so that's gonna be the end of the video. Bye guys.